I'm contestant 3298. My category is maintenance and line repair for Skills USA Region 3. And today we're going to do an underhood inspection. And first we're going to start with the valve cover. And we're going to check if there's any cracks, any oil leaking out. And for these sides there isn't. But as you can see over here, there's some oil leaking into this pocket and maybe onto the serpentine belt. And you can see this is from the cap. And this might mean that the seal is not working as good or it's broken and this needs to be replaced. And then now we're going to check our vacuum hose. See if it's good, tight on, not loose. And then this could cause an evap leak. So this might need to be replaced and reported. And then we're going to check our wires and our harnesses to see if there are any loose, any rips, any damage, to know if they need to be replaced. And now we're going to check our radiator hose, and we're going to check our clamps by pulling like this, and we're going to squeeze the pump as well to hear any pressure coming out. And we're also going to check our other one down here. And it seems to be good, not showing any signs of noise or tear. And then now we're going to check our power steering fluid. And as you can see right here, there's a minimum and maximum. And our fluid is right between, so this means it needs to be topped off. And we're also going to check the healthiness of the oil to see if it needs to be flushed out. And you could check right here, putting it on a blank piece of white paper. If it's a nice amber color, as you can see, that's a good amber color. You can put that back on. And now we're going to go over and check our brake fluid. And we're going to clean off the top to make sure no contaminants get in it. Put our towel over here, our test strips right there. And we're going to take this off nice and slowly and take our strainer out. And then we're going to get our test strips, which look like this. And we're going to stick in here to 5 to 8 seconds. As you see, it's a bit of a pinkish color, so we're going to check on our corrosion level over here. And it's going between a 0 and 10. I think it's about a 10 or 0. I think it's 0. So now we're going to throw this away and put our strainer back in. You have to make sure it goes in a certain angle and put our cap back on and make sure it clicks and clean it off. And we're going to go over here and we're going to check our freezing point for our coolant. Take this off and we're going to use this to check our coolant. First, what you want to do, squeeze very, very, very tight, then put it in and then let go very slowly as you see the liquid coming up. And sometimes there could be a bit too much and you want to lift this up so it doesn't drip like that. And as you can check, we're about at a B level. So we go down here, check, and today's temperature is 60. So we go down our column and it's about 25. Our freezing point is 25. And what you want to do is to get rid of this is to put it back, and you want to go squeeze this all back in there. Lift this up so it doesn't grip. And then we're also going to want to test our coolant. With these pH strips. And we're going to want want to stick it in here because there's not that much coolant. We're going to wait about 5 to 8 seconds. You can see there's a color change. You know, you have to measure it on this bottle. And as you can see it right here is a very dark color, just like this bottom last one. And this means that we have to flush the coolant. And we can also check right here. It seems to be out at 32. That's how much glycol is in our coolant. And our level right here for our pH is 6.5. And when you see that there's a star on the 6.5s, this means that it has a very great issue and needs immediate attention. So what you want to do to put the cap back on, you want to make sure the caution is facing backwards. And then you want to twist until the butterfly wings point straight out like that. And then we're also going to want to check our battery by pulling. And it seems to be loose, which is a very great issue. And it's not recommended to have your battery loose while driving. And then we're also going to want to check our terminals. This one seems to be loose. This one seems to be tight, so our negative terminal needs to be tightened, and so is our stands. And then we're going to check our AC hoses. We're going to check over here for any wear or oil on it. And there's like a little bit of oil. As you can see over here, and this is caused by the cap having a broken seal and leaking oil. And we also want to check our serpentine belt for a 1/4 inch of flexibility, and if it does have a flexibility, it needs to be replaced or tightened. And we're also going to check our AC hose, or check our clamps, any noise, and they seem to be good. And then we're going to want to check our oil now. We're going to want to check our oil for an amber color. And sometimes if there's not enough oil on the stick, we could just fold the paper in. As you can see, it's a good amber color if we shine it into the light. So you want to put this back in. Take it out. Wipe. And then put it back in. Take it out. And then now we're going to check how full it is or how low it is. So you can see, we're going to shine a light on our oil, and it seems to be about halfway filled. So this needs to be filled with oil. And now to check our transmission. Our transmission oil, we need to turn on the car, and to do that, we're going to jump start our car. And the first rules doing is to make sure your positive clamp goes to your positive first, and then your negative clamp goes to your negative terminal first. And then you're going to want to turn this on and then hold this button. We come over here and we turn our car on. We get our keys. We're going to take this out. And then wipe it once, then put it back in, give it a little time, and then now we're going to check if our oil is hot or cold. Our oil seems to be cold right now since our levels are not reaching to hot. It's kind of teetering between cold and hot. It's about right in the middle, which is pretty good. we're done. Come over and turn off the car. And we want to take out our keys. A little more where you can see it. And now, another rule for jump starting a battery is when you're taking it off, you should take your negative clamp first. Put it back, then take off your positive, and then put it back. We also want to see if the battery has any dust, dirt on it, or any acid. As you can see, there's no moisture, no acid, so this battery is clean, but it does need to be tightened. And the terminals are loose. Our negative terminal is loose, and we're coming to our conclusion now, which is that we need to replace our vacuum hose. We also need to fix our valve cap because there's leaking oil right over here. And then we need to top off our power steering fluid. We need to flush out our coolant. And our battery is loose, needs to be tightened. And that is about it. Oh, also our oil needs to be topped off as well because it's about halfway full. And that's it.